Welcome back, children. My greatest Olympic prize. As I introduced you, the story is between two sportsmen, Les Long and Jesse Owens. See, let me introduce you the plot of the story. Jesse Owens amazed the world by winning four gold medals at the 1936 Olympic Games in the 100 and 200 meter dashes, the board jump, and the 400 meter relay when this piece was originally published in October 1960. He was an extremely active member of the Illinois Youth Commission, which sponsors local committees dedicated to keep youngsters active in sports. And out of mischief, Les Long, about whom he writes here, was killed in Sicily during World War II. Fine, children. We will see how this Jesse Owens surprisingly won gold medal in this story, and for which Les Long becomes the inspiration, or how he motivates, how he shows the real sportsmanship. For your kind information, Les Long was one soldier, okay, German soldier, that too who was in the team of Hitler. Hitler was born to win, and he wanted his mottos and goals to win. Whatever he was deciding, he wanted that. And Les Long was sent on behalf of Nazis, that is Germany, and somehow Hitler wanted to win. But what Les Long did, that was surprising in this story. Let us see what is awaited. Fine. It was the summer of 1936. The Olympic Games were being held in Berlin because Adolf Hitler childishly insisted that his performers were members of a master race. Nationalistic feelings were at an all-time high. See, in the beginning of the story itself, in 1936, Olympic Games were held in Berlin. Yeah, we all know that Olympic Games are held once in 4 years, right? And here, Adolf Hitler, he wanted his person to win, means his country to win in the Olympics, because he was always excited to win. I wasn't too worried about all this. I would trained, sweated, and disciplined myself for 6 years with the games in mind. While I was going over on the boat, all I could think about was taking home one or two of those gold medals. I had my eye especially on the running board jump a year before. As a sophomore at Ohio State University, I would set the world record of 26 feet 8 and 1.5 inches. Everyone kind of expected me to win that Olympic event, hands down. Fine, children. Here, there is one explanation about a person who is dreaming to win, who wanted to win, and who has already made a record of jumping on the dashboard. While traveling on boat, he was thinking that he was trained for 6 years, he has disciplined for 6 years. Now it was his dream to win one or two gold medals from the Olympics. Fine. All these words were said by Jesse Owens. Let us see how, what, from where he is, and why he is coming to win these games, and what was the motto behind this. I was in for a surprise when the time came for the board jump trials. Children, whoever goes to Olympics, they practice in the real ground or real arrangement in the Olympic grounds where they should perform. They get a chance to do the trials. Not only from one country, from all the countries, sportsmen are invited for the Olympics. And most capable, most prepared, and most practiced people participate in Olympics. We all know this. And if you are participating in Olympics, then you are well trained, you are determined to win. Fine? More than winning, you are determined to participate and to compete. I was startled to see a tall boy hitting the pit at almost 26 feet on his practice leaps. He turned out to be a German named Les Long. See, Jesse Owens was standing there and watching Les Long, who was practicing to play. Okay, Jesse Owens, the dark fellow, who was one from Aryan racials, he was standing there and watching this German who was from Nazi's team, from Hitler. He was hitting 26. Here you can see he practiced the world, and this Jesse Owens had made a world record of 26 feet 8 and 1 by 4 inches. Now this fellow was hitting 26 feet. Who was hitting? Les Long. I was told that Hitler had kept him under wraps. Yes, Jesse Owens knew that there was one special player who was wraps, means prepared secretly to participate, evidently hoping to win the jump with him, who was prepared to compete with Jesse Owens. I guessed that if Long won, I would add some new support to the Nazis' Aryan superiority theory. After all, I am a Negro. Yeah? He knew, Jesse Owens knew that in case if Les Long is winning, Les Long will be one added golden feather for these Germans, and this Negro will give the chance. A little hot under the collar about Hitler's way. Yeah, Hitler never liked these dark people Negroes. I determined to go out of there and really show Der Führer and his master race who was superior and who wasn't. And now Jesse Owens wanted to go beyond the capacity and show this Der Führer, means the white people, okay, and show that Negroes are not less than this whites. And he never wanted this Nazis fellow, means Les Long, to win. He wanted to show that they are better than these white collars. An angry athlete is an athlete who will make mistakes. Children, anger is always a burning ability which burns your abilities. Hope you followed my sentence. Anger always provokes us to make mistakes. Same happened with Jesse Owens. An angry athlete is an athlete who will make mistakes, as any coach will tell you. I was no exception. On the first of my 3 qualifying jumps, I leaped from several inches beyond the takeoff board for a foul. On the second jump, I fouled even worse. Did I come 3,000 miles for this? I thought bitterly. To foul out of the trails and make a fool of myself. See? Very surprising. Jesse Owens, in the first trail, he made a mistake. Second, his mistake was worst. Now he was thinking that did I come to do these fouls here from 3,000 miles to do the silly mistakes for which I have prepared myself for 6 years, for which I have dreamt to win, for which I have practiced. Now I am doing fouls. See? These are the 2 great fellows about whom I am talking. Jesse Owens, a Negro, and Les Long, who is quite fair and handsome, a Nazi. Walking a few yards from the pit, I kicked disgustedly at the dirt. See, because of his mistakes, he was quite disgusted or irritated. He stamped his leg in the pit. Suddenly, I felt a hand on my shoulder. I turned to look into the friendly blue eyes of the tall German broad jumper. He had easily qualified for the finals on his first attempt. He offered me a firm handshake. When I was quite irritated, here Jesse Owens, when he was quite irritated, suddenly he felt a strong, friendly gesture on his shoulder. A great strong feeling. When he turned, he could see blue eyes which were quite very confident and friendly. He felt, and this fellow was a German who was qualified in the first trial itself for the finals. Jesse Owens. I am Les Long. I don't think we have met. He spoke English well, though with a German twist to it. Jesse Owens, My name is Les Long. See the conversation here. My name is Les Long and I am a German. And children, Jesse Owens saw his blue eyes and friendly gesture on his shoulder, and when he introduced himself, he felt that his English was quite very good, but still with some German twist in the voice. Glad to meet you, I said. See, Jesse Owens also said he was very glad to meet Les Long. Then, trying to hide my nervousness, I added, how are you? But Jesse Owens was quite very nervous. To hide his nervousness, he spoke in a very good way. Glad to meet you, I said. Then, trying to hide my nervousness, I added, how are you? I'm fine. The question is, how are you? What do you mean? I asked. The conversation was going on in a quite very different way. Les Long asked, how are you? I mean, how are you? The question was quite absurd and not so normal. He asked what was the reason for his mistakes. Mistakes, that is, why was he doing fouls after practicing for so long, and being a champion, why he is doing mistakes in that jumping board. Something must be eating you, he said. See, Les Long comforted Jesse Owens by telling that is something troubling you. Proud the way foreigners are when you have mastered a bit of American slang. You should be able to qualify with your eyes closed. He said, you have practiced for so many days and years and you are perfect in this. You should jump in first attempt closing your eyes. But how come you are doing fouls? Is everything fine with you? Let us see in the next slides what is going to happen.